Kristen is on the line to start us off this hour in Ohio. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm doing good.
Good. How can I help?
My husband and I have started your plan about 7 months ago, and in that time, we paid off $23,000.
Great.
Yeah. So really happy, really excited about the plan so far. We have about 70,000 total from when we started. And I read your book, and I read 2 of your books, and I tried to get my husband to read The Total Money Makeover. And he read about 2 chapters, decided that I knew what I was doing, and just kind of lets me run with the budget and just asks for permission to spend on different items, but isn't really it's not a collaborative effort. And I
how old are you guys?
I'm sorry. I'm 28. My husband's 32.
Okay, and how long have you been married?
3 years.
What's your husband do for a living? What's your husband do for a living?
He's a deputy.
Okay. In the house that he grew up in, did his mom take care of everything?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how he learned how to do this.
Right. So she's a banker, and I have a banking background.
No, that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is where he learned how to be married was watching his mom and dad, and his mom did all the money, and his dad brought in the bacon and was passive in the decisions. And that's the only training he's had. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
By the way, it's wrong, but it's the only training he's had. Okay?
Okay.
And so here's how we break it, because your husband is a man of honor.
Mm-hmm.
With what he does for a living, he's a person of honor.
Absolutely.
He's a person of dignity. He would never in a million years think of burdening his wife. He's not that guy.
Right.
He just was shown the way he was growing up that, mom handles the money, dad brings in the bacon. And so all you have to do is there's just a little bit he just needs some new information. He's 32 years old. He's a young dad, a young husband, whatever, right? And so here's how it sounds, okay? Honey, I need you to be my man. And let me explain to you what that means. That means I am not carrying all the responsibility of this household on my shoulders by myself. I refuse to be your mommy. I am not going to tell you what to do like I'm your mommy. I want you to walk beside me, with me, and carry the weight of the decisions of this household. That's what a man does. And I'm not gonna dole out money to you like you are on an allowance and I'm your mommy and I make all the big important decisions in this household. Yeah, I am not going to do that. You and I are going to work together on this, and you are going to step up and walk beside me. And that's what a man of honor like you are would do. And he will do it once he understands that.
Last night we tried to have that conversation, and he said it was putting too many hands in the honey pot.
He's wrong.
I know.
Okay. Tell him he needs to man up.
Okay.
People that don't listen. I am America's trusted voice on money. If anybody could do this without their spouse, it would be me. But guess what? I don't. I don't. And here's the other. I do it for 2. I mean, Sharon is involved in our financial decisions and all major decisions in our life. I don't do it by myself because I make better decisions with my wife involved. And when she's involved in the decision, if it goes sideways, I don't get an I told you so.
Okay. So I have a secondary question then. Do you think that it would be wise for me to go ahead and spend the money to go to an FPU class?
No.
With my husband?
Unless your husband will go, no.
No, I think he would go.
If he goes with you, that's fine. And if he's agreeing to participate in this process, that's fine. But if you go over there, then you're just going to become the mommy. And maybe you want to be a mommy. I don't know. To your 32-year-old little boy. I don't know. But maybe he needs to be a man, too. So I think he needs to step up beside you, and you guys make these decisions. He needs to man up. And he doesn't need to be overbearing to you. You don't need to be overbearing to him. We submit ourselves one to another, an act of unity, an act of love. Sharon and I, if we can't come to a decision, we just don't do the thing. We as an act of unity. I don't go do stuff. I don't come home and buy some expensive item. She doesn't come home and buy some expensive item and go, look what I did. Isn't this wonderful? No, we make those decisions together. Now, if I'm buying a boat or something like that, she probably doesn't give a rip, and she just like, well, okay, whatever. I mean, she look at it, but she's not all concerned about something I'm buying. If she's buying some Sharon thing, whatever that is, and there's plenty of those things, but redecorating a room, yeah, that's like a constant. Okay, so if she's doing that, I don't give a rip, but I'm going to be involved because I want to know what it's going to cost, and, we're going to actually use our brains in how we do redecorate the room. And I'm not going to pick all the colors. I don't give a rip about that. That's her thing. But we're going to make these major life decisions together, and handling money on a monthly basis is one of those. And if you don't do that, if you drive off from that, you're going to suffer in not only your relationship, but you're going to suffer in your wealth building. High correlation. Very statistically high correlation between couples working together on their money and the ones that become wealthy. Very few people drag a child bride or a child husband along and become wealthy. It's dead weight. And so instead, we're walking together, we're working together, we're making wise decisions together. It keeps us from impulsing our butts off. It keeps us from making as many bad decisions. Most bad decisions are made by just one person. Almost all the decisions I've made in my life that were absolutely sucked, I made those completely by myself. The Bible says, who can find a virtuous wife? Her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain. I had to learn to involve my wife's input in our stuff because I'm perfectly capable of making decisions without anybody's help. But I often make wrong ones when I do that. It's a good lesson for everybody out there. There's a high statistical correlation on your ability to build wealth and your ability to work together as a couple. Listen to that.